There's a new beast roaming Germany's woods, the reworked VW Touareg, the latest off the line from the Wolfsburg carmaker. After sales of 500,000 units from the first generation of the car, Volkswagen has now hit the starting line with a successor. The new Touareg is a treat to drive, especially off the beaten track. It certainly earns its spurs as an off-roader. And on the road, the SUV proves that this kind of vehicle need not be a gas guzzler. Along with high levels of passenger comfort, VW put environmental concerns at the top of the list when it developed the Touareg. When the car was introduced in 2002, says VW's Jochen Bühler, it was marketed as a best of both worlds model, a full-blooded authentic off-roader with all the cruising comforts of a sedan. That was one of the specifications, he says, combining the authentic off-roader aspects with the regular road-going ones. But an additional factor was the attempt to respond to public concerns about reducing CO2 emissions and fuel consumption. VW has done a lot there, he adds.
Und da haben wir natürlich auch eine ganze Menge getan.
More on lower fuel consumption in a moment, but first let's take a closer look at the new kid on the block. The reworked headlights give it a burly look. The new Touareg is also 4 centimeters longer than its predecessor, which means increased legroom inside. But the car has also dropped 2 centimeters in height, lowering wind resistance and therefore fuel consumption. The trendy new brown color is continued in the interior. There are earth tones everywhere you look in here, and the various materials combine harmoniously. But if you want to drive economically as well, you have to keep an eye on your weight. Bühler says the Touareg has gone on a serious diet, that the engineers have pared off around 200 kilograms. They didn't do it one step at a time either, he says, making little adjustments to weight here and there. Instead, they examined the entire car from top to bottom. VW dropped 70 kilograms from the body and another 70 from the chassis. The drivetrain lost around 50 kilograms, and another 20 were lopped off in other areas. The loss helps make the Touareg that much more competitive in the fuel economy game. We tested the V6 version of the turbo diesel engine, which packs 240 horsepower. The carmaker claims it burns just 7.4 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers on the road. Bühler says several points were writ large in the redesign. Top of the list was reducing consumption by 20 to 25% for all motors. Then there's the hybrid drivetrain, which customers can order as soon as the car hits the market. Then there's the technology. The Touareg has an extensive package of driver assistance systems, he says. Everyone at Volkswagen acknowledges it's the company's most innovative automobile currently on the market. Let's take it one step at a time. With the Touareg, Volkswagen has become the third German car maker after Mercedes and BMW to include a hybrid in its range. At speeds of up to 50 kilometers an hour, the hybrid Touareg runs completely on battery power. And if the driver needs a little more oomph, then the internal combustion engine kicks in to support the electric motor. When braking, kinetic energy is converted back into electrical energy, which is stored in the battery in the trunk. That lowers consumption in the gasoline-powered version of the hybrid to just 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers, making the off-roader a decent alternative for everyday use as well. Of course, narrow streets would present a problem were it not for all the cameras on board. But the driver is assured of a good view of nearly every corner of the car. In fact, the overview is so comprehensive that there is little excuse for fender benders or nicks. But the Touareg comes into its own off the road, where the all-wheel drive and standard 8-speed automatic box really show what they can do. The car has taken part in extreme events like the Rally Dakar in South America. And just like last year, the Touareg's once again race to the front of the pack. So whether you're spending most of your time on tarmac or want to hit the unpaved byways, the new Touareg is a good choice for both. It will be available in Europe starting in April. In Germany, prices start at just over €70,000 for the hybrid.